Congratulations, sir, on your winning the Swarlya Kairali Yeshudas Award.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You have won both the awards instituted, say, in Lata Mangeshkar's name and Yeshudas' name. How does it feel about it?
Actually, you see, when an institution institutes an award on the name of one of the genius, whoever gets will feel extremely happy, and the happy knows any limits at all. And that's what I was saying yesterday also in the function, because Yesudas is a household name in Kerala, if not in India. At least he is like a god worshipped in Kerala. And it is wonderful that an institution has come out to institute an award on his name. And more than giving that award to veterans, there are lots of youngsters coming up on this platform. They are encouraging lots of new talent. That is one thing which is most alluring part of this aspect. And as I said, this is the best appreciation I ever had from any association.
You've spent so many years in the world of music. You started off, I believe, as an engineering student, and one of your songs at a concert was what attracted your first music director who encouraged you to sing. Could you go back and tell us about your first years when you didn't have somebody powerful backing you up and so on? Could you tell us something about it, please?
Yeah, this is the time atheists should believe in God. I tell you, the superpower sits there upstairs and writes trillions of screenplays, and no two screenplays are similar. Whereas we make films, and if we make about half a dozen films, 4 films look the same. So that is actually, why I am saying this is, I never tried to become a singer, never had confidence in me, and never went around asking for chances to become a singer. I ultimately landed in Madras after going to so many colleges, doing my engineering for my 3rd year to Madras. Because of my health reasons, I hail from Andhra Pradesh, 100 miles border town from Madras. So I come from a lower middle class Brahmin family. My father was a Harikatha Vidwan. So with greatest difficulty, those days donations were not there, only on merit you will get a seat, and I got the seat. I was a good student, so my entire motive was to become an engineer. And this had just happened because of one place near my native city. I was singing in a competition just like that. It was not to get an award or anything, because I thought I could sing some of the film numbers. I just went there and sang. And Janaki Amma was there to give away the awards. She heard me and said, "What are you doing?" What were you? I was doing then. I said, I was doing engineering in Madras. Then you are in Madras and you have a unique style of singing. Why don't you try in films? Then I laughed at her and said, "Ma'am, I don't know ABCDs of classical music. And I heard that you should have good Carnatic basis before you become a playback singer. So I don't think that I have the ability in me to become a playback singer." Then she laughed at my comment and said, "You say, I never learned music. Have I not become a popular singer now?" she said. And that was astounding to me. She said that she never learned music from anybody, but still she could become a playback singer. But still I was a little apprehensive. But she said, "Because you are in Madras, why don't you go around and see some music directors, let them listen to you." So I took her advice and went there. For 1 year I went pillar to post, and everybody appreciated my voice and said, but they said, because I was hardly 18 then, "Your voice has to match you. Then come after 2 years and then we'll try to give you a break." Then I thought it was not my cup of tea. I was there to study, and my father's wishes were to become an engineer. So later I forgot about the film line and seriously concentrated on singing. My roommate went and gave my name for a contest in a place called Madras Social and Cultural Club. It was a nationwide music contest. So because he has asked me to go there, I wrote a song myself and I composed it and just went and sang. There were stalwarts judges there, Ghantasala Master and Dakshinamurthy and Pendyala Nageshwara, who were 3 names, big names in South Indian, stalwarts composers. So before they announced the prizes, one gentleman came to me and said, "Hey, you want to sing in films?" Then I thought this has become the familiar tune to me. I said, "No." Then he said, "Why?" Sir, I don't have that in me, because I just sang one number. Just because of that, I don't think that I can become a playback singer. He said, "No, I see a lot of promise in you. If you practice well, you can become a playback singer. Then I said, may I know who you are, sir? He said, my name is Kodandapani. He was an up-and-coming music director then. Then he took me to a producer and I sang there, and the comment was the same thing. They asked me to come after a couple of years. Then I said, even this gentleman is...
must have been heartbreaking, isn't it?
It was not heartbreaking because I didn't expect somebody to appreciate me at all, because I was always thinking very low of me. That's why there was no... my heartbreak was only for the person who took me. Then I didn't give my address to Mr. Kodandapani. I was seriously concentrating in my studies. After 1.5 years, he, with greatest difficulty, he caught hold of me in my college and took me to some other producer and made me to record my first song there.
That was for MGR, right?
No, this was for a Telugu film in 1966 on the 15th of December. This is a film called Shri 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 Maryada Ramanna. This is the Telugu film which I sang it. It was a quartet actually, it's not even a duet. Myself, Sushila Amma, P.B. Srinivas, and there was a very famous stage singer called Raghuramaya there. We four sang. That's how my career has started. Then immediately I sang in Kannada. Then in 1969 I was given the break in a Tamil film by M.S. Vishwanathan in Chantanilayam. And later came a chance to sing for MGR. Then I have become popular in Tamil also. And in 1970 itself, I had a break to sing in Malayalam. Devarajan Master gave.
So you were talking about Devarajan Master. You were recording for the first Malayalam.
Yes.
Do you remember the song?
Yes, this was in 1970 actually. So Devarajan Master wanted a new voice for this particular situation. He has taken the music track also. But on a very important job, he was in Trivandrum. And it was Shekhar, father of A.R. Rahman. So he heard me and called to Devarajan Master and said, I heard a boy singing and he's quite good. I want to use his voice in this. See, Devarajan Master said he could not come to Madras. He gave permission to Shekhar to record my voice. That's how I recorded my voice for this film Kadal Palam. Ee kadalum maru kadalum bhumiyum manavum kadanna Irelu 14 lokangal kaanan avidannu ponavare. This is the song. And the content is so good for even contemporary time. Avide manushyanu undu, avide madangal undu, he says. So it was wonderful to start with such a beautiful song. And immediately Shekhar did a film on his own. And he made me to sing all the songs in that film, in Malayalam film. That's how I got my first break in Malayalam also. And Hindi, it was because of Balachandraji actually. Prior to Ek Tujhe Ke Liye, I was singing lots of dubbing versions.
Which is your favorite song in Ek Tujhe Ke Liye? Because it's such a nationwide hit, you know, all those songs.
This is undoubtedly Tere Mere Beech Mein.
Could you just sing a few snatches of Tere Mere Beech Mein, please?
एक डोर खींचे दूजा दौड़ा चलाए कच्चे धागे में बंधा चलाए ऐसे जैसे कोई दीवाना मैंने नहीं जाना तूने नहीं जाना तेरे मेरे बीच में कैसा है ये बंधन Anjana.
Yes, thank you so much. Tell me, but when you started singing in Hindi, were you a little nervous about singing in a North Indian language because the nuances are different, the accent is different? Were you a little nervous about it?
I was only nervous when I was singing with Lataji. Actually, it was the first time I was facing the microphone along with her. And people have given so many versions of her moods and all those things, which were actually trash. She's such a down-to-earth, sweet lady still today. And the way she has put me on the rostrum was so exemplary, and she encouraged me to do my best. My nervousness was not for the language or any other thing, you know, because I was so lucky. Here, Kamal Hassan plays a role, a South Indian character only. He doesn't know Hindi in the film. So even my accent, in case I had an accent, and it was accepted also because it went by the character.
Right.
And my second language was Hindi in my school days, and
So you didn't have a problem relating to the meaning and so on?
Not at all. I can write and read Hindi, and In Andhra Pradesh, we the affinity towards Hindi
yes,
and Urdu.
most people speak Hindi, Urdu,
and
yes.
in the films made Hindi films made a big difference. We watched and heard great musicians singing Hindi.
You're talking about great musician. Who is your favorite singer?
Any day, Muhammad Rafi.
Which is your favorite song? Mohammed Rafi's favorite song?
I cannot tarnish his image saying that I like this song.
One particular
That
song.
man is like God to me. You know, he brings so much of happiness with his voice. Whatever he sings is so sonorous, so much in pitch, and I think he pours out from his heart. That's what I feel. He always brings me tears when he sings, irrespective of the mood of these songs. There was an anecdote I should tell you, my experience. When I was doing my third year in engineering, from my room to the college, it was about a mile, and I used to go on bicycle. Those days in Ceylon, in morning 7 to 7:15, they used to play the old numbers. No, it was old Purane Geet, on that Radio Ceylon used to play. At least twice in a week, this particular song which I like used to be coming. There was a tea shop on the way. I used to just stay there and listen to this song.
Which song was this?
I'll tell you. And I always used to shed tears. Couple of times, this tea bunk owner looked at me and said, one day he talked to me in Tamil. Innaya paityama unakku. And the part கேட்டு ரெண்டு மூணு தடவை கேட்குற நீ அழுதுட்டு இருக்க. அது அப்படி என்ன பேத்தா சாங்கும் கிடையாது, ரொம்ப ரொமான்டிக் சாங். நீ என்ன பைத்தியம் பிடிச்சிருக்க, ஏன் அழுதுற அப்படின்னு சொல்லி asked. அப்போ everybody follow Tamil here, they understand. But that song was so good, and it always used to bring tears. It is oh ho ho ha 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 सावन की घटा छाई ये देख के दिल झूमा ली प्यार ने अंगड़ाई.
A romantic song, too.
Very romantic. And ये देख के दिल झूमा, that झूमा is enough. Anybody cannot touch, at least they have to be thousands of miles away. If they can sing like how he expressive he has done that, I'll bow my head to them. And I don't know, maybe it is a sort of euphoria I had with his voice, and it always brings tears to me. Not that he is not today on the earth physically, but whenever I listen to his numbers, the joy is so much, and it culminates into tears, and I go into ecstasy. And it is not degrading anybody else's stature as singers. They are all great singers, no doubt about it. But Rafi is God to me, that's all.
How about Shankarabharanam? Again, it was written that it was full as a semi-classical.
You're right.
How was it? You said somebody said that you were little, you said, can I do
Not
it?
little, I ran away from the opportunity. Actually,
Really? Of singing Shankar. And you got a national award for Shankarabharanam.
I told you, that fellow look there, sitting, writes lots of screenplays.
How was it like? Why were you so nervous about it? You were such an accomplished singer.
You say now I am an accomplished singer. I never have that confidence. Even now, I always go to the microphone with lots of tension. I always feel that I am giving only 75%. I should still give 10% more. Maybe that's my weakness. As far as Shankarabharanam is concerned, my first cousin was the director of the film. K. Vishwanath is my Periyappa's son. So whenever there was a good subject, he always used to come to my home and narrate it to my father. Sitappa, this is the subject I had. And particularly this one, because on music and dance, he narrated this, and my father was so happy. He said, ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்குடா இந்த படம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது அவர் கேட்டார், பாலு வந்து இந்த படத்தில் பாடணும். Those days I was madly busy singing 7 songs, 8 songs a day. பட் அவன் வந்து ரொம்ப பிஸியாக இருக்கான், இதுக்கு வந்து நிறைய கான்சன்ட்ரேட் பண்ணணும், டைம் கொடுக்கணும். என் பாட்டு முதல்ல பாடிட்டு அப்புறம் வேறு ரெக்கார்டிங் போகலாம். ஸோ ஐ எம் கோயிங் டு ஆஸ்க் ஹிம் to give me at least that favor. So let him sing my song first and go away. Then my father said, if he says no, just slap him on the face. He will never get an opportunity to sing. So my brother came to me and told me the subject. After listening to this, I said, please leave me off. The thing is, the main character in the film has a surname of a great raga called Shankarabharanam. Shankara Shastri is called as synonymously Shankarabharanam Shankara Shastri. And it is a musical based film, and he is a classical musician. I don't have proper training in classical music. tomorrow after my singing to him, if somebody says the film is very good, but that boy should not have sung for this character, somebody better equipped should have sung, otherwise the picture would have been success. If I hear this, I have to commit suicide, because I will be the main fellow, the main reason for culminating the success of this film. So I am afraid of doing this, please leave me off. Then he respected my view and said, if you are not confident, you are not supposed to do this. So the producer said the same thing like what the director said. Even Mahadevan said, avanukku dhairyam illana paada vendam. But the only man who was adamant was Pughalendi. Pughalendi said, Balu's singing is one thing. What I like in this particular film is there are certain songs where there is a lot of drama is essential. More than the singing, like Dorakuna Itvanti Seva, he has to enact the scene with his voice. This fellow has got a knack of doing that with his voice.
Emoting.
But the only thing is, he has to be very sincere and learn the songs like he is going to the teacher for the first time. If he gives that time, I will teach him. But if he sings, it will be very good, he said. Then when he has infused so much of confidence in me and said, yes sir, I will come. He has taught me the songs like to a toddler. I used to record his voice because he is his master's voice. Mahadevan is the composer and he used to sing and teach the singers, Mr. Pughalendi. So I used to tape the number, one Pallavi 10 times in a cassette. Like that, I go on hearing it whenever, whether I was in the car, I was in somewhere else, whenever I was not in the recording studio. So I wanted to own the song myself. It should seep into my consciousness so that I will sing confidently. That's how it had happened. And still I feel, when I listen to those numbers now, I could have definitely done better than that. But given the chance and at that situation, whether if at all I have done some justice to the songs, it is because of Pughalendi only, I should say.
Not just that, Shankarabharanam gave a new lease to classical music because it made it so popular amongst
this
the generation.
This credit should go to the director. அவருக்கு தான் இந்த கிரெடிட் போகணும். ஏன்னா அவர் முதல்லையே ஒரு மொனோலாக் இருக்குது அந்த படத்தில், அவர் வாய்ஸில் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுவாங்க. தேல் சே சிஷுர்வேத்தி பசுர்வேத்தி வேத்தி கானரசம் பணிகி அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க எல்லாரும். What we are doing is spoon feeding of classical music. Through a cinema, we want to bring classical music nearer to even a rickshaw puller. Say, so that it should be understood by a common man also. நாங்கள் இந்த பிரயத்னம் செஞ்சுட்டு இருக்கிறோம், இதில் ஏதாவது தப்புக்கள் இருந்தால் மன்னிக்கணும் அப்படின்னு அவர் அனௌன்ஸ் பண்ணுவார். ஸோ his effort was sincere and all the people who worked in the film worked with a lot of sincerity.
Films like Brochev and all became such hits.
I understand, and what else can a singer or a music director or a creator of a film can ask for? Because I always used to feel, and still it is a fact, cinema is one medium which can break or make homes, which can change the total the direction of one flow of life. It is such a powerful medium, and if it could be used for such good causes like what Shankarabharanam did, and I think the purpose of cinema has become successful.
You were afraid of singing for Shankarabharanam, and you more than anyone have again done so many other semi-classical pieces, isn't it? Sagara Sangamam, for instance.
Yeah, I think Shankarabharanam has given me a platform and given me a new lease and a new passport to me. Until then, whether in Telugu or Tamil or Kannada, people, my creators, music creators used to think, Balu is a good singer, he can sing this type of songs very well. But they were little apprehensive when it is come to a semi-classical or whether he will be able to do it. After Shankarabharanam, they were confident that I can sing. And I got lots of opportunities, but at the same time, there were lots of opportunities with the degree of difficulty being very high, which I could not sustain and do it. For example, before Shankarabharanam itself, after listening to Ayiram Nilaveva, Devarajan Master called me for a song in All India Radio. It was a festival, All India Radio Festival, light music festival. He composed a song in Kalyani, and the song was so difficult. I went to the All India Radio station and heard the song from him and said, I cannot sing this number. No, it takes me at least 1 month for me to practice and sing. And please leave me off. He said, no, you can do it. You should have Now I think I could have definitely done it, but I was not very confident enough. And I excused myself and came away. Dasana sang later, after that song was sung by him. So this Shankarabharanam has given me a fillip saying that you can do that one also. So there, that is how Shankarabharanam made me a singer closer to the hearts of so many other people also.
Would you sing a few snatches of Doraguna? It's such a...
Okay. Dorakuna, 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 ఇటువంటి సేవ, దొరకునా ఇటువంటి సేవ, నీ పదరాజీవముల చేరు నిర్వాణ సోపానమధిరోహణము సేయుత్రోవ, దొరకునా ఇటువంటి సేవ, దొరకునా ఇటువంటి సేవ.
Beautiful. It's really God's blessing.
That's it.
You also had you went through a bad phase after Ek Dujke in a couple of songs, like in Hindi I meant, not in the South Indian languages, when you were identified more with singing for South Indians than with the mainstream. I think that break came with Maine Pyar Kiya, right? When you became almost Salman Khan's voice.
The taboo was broken from Maine Pyar Kiya. After that I sang lots of songs in Hindi also.
Especially for Salman Khan, isn't it? So many of his hit songs became associated with you. Sajan, Maine Pyar Kiya, and so many songs, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think this is one thing in film line, they have either too much of sentiments or no sentiments at all. So when Salman started his career with Maine Pyar Kiya, and I sang to him, and we both have become the face and voices for some time.
Like Raj Kapoor and Mukesh.
Yeah, but it didn't happen for quite some time. I have sung about 3 or 4 films, but later lots of people have sung. But still, it goes synonymous that Balu sings to Salman and Salman performs to Balu. And it just happened, and some lovely numbers have come.
Beautiful. Sajan, for instance.
Yes, Sajan was very good,
Beautiful.
musically very good.
Such lovely songs in it.
And more than anything, good songs, and at the same time, films being successful. That is very important.
But don't you think the songs also contributed a great deal to the success of the film?
It is give and take. It is reciprocative actually. Even if the songs were good and it's not picturized properly, not conceived properly, it can't help it. At the same time, if there are beautiful situations and it's not composed properly also. So it's a teamwork. Film is a teamwork actually. And in those films which you were referring, all the pieces fell in right groove and everything happened. It was successful.
Which is your favorite number now in the songs that you sang in Sajan, for instance?
Sajan, all the numbers were lovely, and particularly I like Jiye to Jiye. जिए तो जिए, before you ask I'll sing.
Please.
जिए तो जिए कैसे बिन आपकी, जी चाहता है लला ताना नना, जिए तो जिए कैसे है बिन आपके.
It almost became an anthem for youngsters, isn't it? You could hear them singing.
It's a romantic ghazal, To any beautiful girl, they start singing this, I suppose. And if he's successful in singing it, naturally he is successful in
his mission,
wooing her also.
Tell me now, you have sung for entire generations of music. When you were talking about Shekhar and A.R. Rahman, you sang for the father, you're singing for the son now. Is there a difference, or are there any similarities?
You see, as far as these 2 names you have mentioned now.
Those are just 2 names I said because you talked about Shekhar and A.R. Rahman.
Similarities, I don't see at all. There are no similarities. Only thing is the profession is the same. You see, what happens is, along with times, there are lots of changes have come. In not only in filmmaking and aspects of filmmaking, in everybody's life, in everybody's daily habits,
right.
The way we dress, the way we comb our hair, the way you wear your chappal, and everything changes. I think for every decade there is a change. How comfortable we are depends on how comfortably we change along with times. So in cinema also, because we are talking about the music aspect of it. காலத்தில் எத்தனையோ மாற்றங்கள் வந்த மாதிரி மியூசிக்கில் கூட எத்தனையோ மாற்றங்கள் வந்திருக்கு. அந்த மாற்றங்களுக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி if you go on adapting yourself, you will be definitely successful as long as your voice permits you to sing. So you have to cannot stagnize at one place and say, no, this is bad music, this is good music. You see, songs were good even olden days, and there were some bad numbers then also. Even now there are good songs, and even the bad numbers are there. Maybe the number of bad songs is more now. But the change should not be over and above one particular ratio. Like, you see, from the inception of talkie era, when music has come into films, we have been using lots of Western instruments. Like, violin is not our instrument. We use it for classical concert. Nowadays, we are using even saxophone for classical concerts. Maybe time comes when we use trumpet also to play classical music. And guitar was not ours, piano was not ours, but all these instruments, like accordion was not ours, were used for film music. Even there is a classical number, they were beautifully used and they were kept in the right proportion where they have to be there. But the unfortunate situation now is, it is the otherwise. The ratio has become too much of Western instrumentation and too much of Western influence, whereas our Indianization has become less and less in number, which is very, very bad. It should not happen. You see, because you are listening in MTV and VTV, and the one bad aspect with our filmmakers is they always is, this is what the audiences want. How many of them have gone to the audiences and taken their opinion poll? No. They just feel because one song is successful, they think that is the opinion of the song.
Cloning of that song.
It is not like that. If you go on dumping so many things on them, they will try to take the best out of it only. Like there is the Rama and Ravana in every human being. You see, there are two aspects like Jekyll and Hyde in every person. But always the Rama tries to, the trash the effect of Ravana because you are a human being. For example, you see, you would like to do what a hero on the screen does always, which you cannot do.
Really?
Like a hero does fight with 10 people with one hand and he gets successfully, and he sings in streets. Even a hero and heroine coming from a village, they sing songs in New Zealand now, or they go to Switzerland. And for making, just to woo a girl's hand, they go out of the way. These things won't happen in real life. But in the real life it happens, people would like to go into an euphoria and enjoy it and placing themselves in the situation and enjoy it. But at the same time, if he tries to do it in regular life, then the Rama should come and submissive. Hey, this is not right, you should not do. Like, what is happening in the next house, something bad is happening, you try to always keep your ear and try to know what is happening, which is none of your business. But then your senses should prevail and say, hey, they have a private life, you should have. So as long as you keep certain things inside, अब जब आपके मुट्ठी में है, इसको तो वैल्यू होता है. எப்போ நம்ம அது ரொம்ப வெளிப்படையா சொல்றோமோ, it becomes nonsensical and inhuman. So, and they think that the younger generation is, they are wearing jeans and they are going in motorbikes and wearing all sorts of Western stylized goggles and all those things. They think they like only these sorts of music. It's not so. They just get carried away with whatever wave it comes. But your responsibility, taking hold of such a very powerful medium in your hand, is tell them this is not right. Like a producer says that he makes a film for 14 reels with bloodshed and gory things, robbing banks and looting, doing arson. And last 15 minutes he makes the hero change to a right person. He said, I did a good thing. But the effect of the 14 reels is so very, very important on the people's mind. And that 15 minutes doesn't do a big difference. So they have got always rules and regulations to wriggle out of situations even from censors. So what I suggest them is, for good music, always, because the topic has come with the changing trends in the time you asked, there's a lot of changes come. You see, like when Devarajan Master was there and Baburaj Master was there and Devarajan Master was there, Dakshinamurti Master was there, and until the Johnson now, who was doing it, they never left or set aside the melody part of music.
That was always at the forefront.
Maybe the orchestration is changing a lot and the recording facilities have changed. The technology has improved. The technology should be used only to uplift the melody of the song. The technology should not eat away the genre of the song, the gene of the song. Because the soul of the song is always the lyric. My first thing is lyric comes first and then the melody part. Because the song goes to the common man through the lyric only. Even a person who cannot sing, like Dorakuna ituvanti seva, he may not sing the same. Dorakuna ituvanti seva, he may sing, but he is uttering the words Dorakuna ituvanti seva. So the lyric takes the song closer to the audiences. The lyric should be good, and it should be heard properly, and your jamboree of music should not eat away the lyrics. That is very, very important. And the melody, like our senior singer P.B. Srinivasji was saying, he says M-U-S-I-C is music, spelling of music. M stands for melody. If you take M out of music, you sick. You will fall sick. So without melody, there is no music. But I'll tell you, just because I am facing a camera for a Malayalam channel, or because I am awarded an award, I've given an award from a Malayalam concern in Trivandrum, I am not saying my next words. Malayalam is the least affected because of the Western influence. Still, they have very good lyricists, they write good poetry, and there is still some beautiful music coming out of Malayalam.
I'm sure it will make everybody very happy, all our listeners of Kairali.
But still they have complaints saying that even in Malayalam, slowly the things are seeping in. Changes have to come. But the majority of the songs, if you take, still, yes, you watched yesterday, you watched on the show, all were soft melodies. 99.9% of the songs, the people were in raptures listening to it. So if you give good things in the right proportion, they will listen. Music should never be contaminated. Nobody can contaminate music. It is like contaminating God. Music is other form of God. Music is the nearest way to God. Music is like Lata ji says, Sangeet to Ishwar ka bhasha hota hai. She says this is the language with which God speak. So we are blessed to have this with us. And the nearest way, like Chaga Brahmam said, the nearest way to God is music. And nobody can contaminate music. If somebody is doing bad music, they are not doing service to music, and they are not musicians at all.
SPG, you also not just a singer. You, when I say that, I'm not cutting it short, but you are an actor. You've dubbed for so many artists. How does that feel when you face a camera? You're a singer and you're an actor at the same time.
Don't you think that all the singers are actors?
They emote through their words.
You see, the actor really acts before a camera, and a singer acts before
emotes through his voice.
Microphone. And actually, he is acting with his voice. If a singer is as comfortable before a camera as he is before a microphone, he is a very good artist. I think I am comfortable before a camera also. And basically, there is, as I said, there is an artist. Always there is an actor with a singer going parallel. And I'm not taking my acting as a serious profession. It's an offshoot of my singing profession. And I am enjoying it. As long as I enjoy, I'll do so many things. Like people ask me, why do you do so many things? You dub and you produce films and you have a recording studio and you are sometimes do anchor television shows and all. I said, I don't know. If there is a concept, if somebody gives to me and I am getting happiness out of it, I'll go out of the way to do it. The thing is, I should enjoy, first of all, whatever I am doing it. But for a singer, there are so many taboos, like while dubbing, I shout a lot, while acting sometimes in emotional scenes, which is not good for my throat. But sometimes I took that risk. And I think in India, I should be the only singer who underwent surgery twice to my vocal cords. I had polyps on my vocal cords twice. I underwent surgery twice. And by God's grace, and because most of the time they won't want any metal part to touch your vocal cords. Right. They won't go for surgery, because if a small portion of tissue is removed from your vocal cords, your range goes and your voice will become something else. But the agony I underwent while I was suffering with this ailment was so much. I said, if I lose my voice, it's fine. But this suffering and not able to sing after going to the microphone was something which I could not take. I took a risk and went for a surgery.
God's grace, everything went out well.
So many millions of people's blessings are there with me. Then I was so confident. These people's blessings will not go waste, airy. And it helped me. So I take risks also, which is not actually. Dasana always hits me on the head and says, why do you struggle so much? You go into forest for shooting, in the sun you expose yourself, and in winter you go. Why you are taking chance to take care of your voice?
I believe Dasaran has promised to teach you Carnatic music, and you're planning to take him on.
The offer is there since years. It's only me, I am not able to take it because of my so many commitments. But I will grab it from him, no doubt. Who will get this opportunity, People go on throng at his household, doorstep saying that teach music. He's a busy man, he doesn't have time. And he and Balamuraliji always says, he says in 6 months, I'll teach you all the 72 Melakartas to me. You see, it is the confidence they have over me, that is a different issue. I will become or not is a second thought. So for everything, God has written it here, it will take some time. And if it is destined on me, I will definitely go and learn from them. They are great masters. And it is the wish of my father actually, one day or other I should, because for 20 years he did Tyaga Brahmaradhanotsavams in my native place by doing Unchavrutti like Tyagaraja. Every early morning he used to go and sing Tyagaya Kirtanas, collect alms, and with that he did 20 years of Aradhanotsavams. There was no singer who has not come to that platform and sung. So I think that punyam is helping me also. So his wish was one day or other I should sing classical music on the.
So you plan to fulfill your father's wish.
Even now I can learn about half a dozen kritis and go and sing, but that is not my motto. I should be able to innovate something and I should feel comfortable, not just learning 3 or 4 like a film song, go to the microphone, look at the sheet and sing like that.
Your son Charan is also following in your footsteps, isn't he?
What else a father can ask for? How far he is successful, only time will tell. He is struggling, he's acting and he's singing also. He's quite busy for the time being. But that is not enough. He has to, because for this generation, the chances have come quite comfortably. That should not dampen their hard-working spirits. I don't say that he is not working hard. He is working very hard. But when things come very comfortably, they should not get carried away. I wish this younger generation will work very, very hard. They are lucky enough to get breaks very fast when compared to us.
Very true. SPG, you've sung a Malayalam song, a hit song, Ooty Pattanam.
Yeah, but most of the times, some numbers I don't remember. Maybe this is because of the consciousness I have over the language. Ooty Pattanam, and yesterday there was a choreography done for one of my Hindustani style of songs. I forgot the name of the film. Sutradhar. Ravi has composed music. It's a lovely number. I was thrilled to watch the younger generation dancing to that numbers. Though I have sung little in number in Malayalam, I was always given some very good numbers. I am very happy about it.
Is there any particular favorite one that you really like in the Malayalam numbers that you sang?
More than mine, I like lots of other songs in it. Like Dasana's number, Pramadavanam is my most favorite song. Whenever we sing on the stage, I used to request him to sing on the stage. I love that number so much. I listen to lots of...
which is, among your songs, which is your favorite? Like, because Ooty Pattanam is such a hit among everybody, you know.
That is mostly for the younger generation.
Would you sing just a couple of snatches at least?
Let me be candid. I don't remember this song.
Oh.
Let me be, if I am hurting somebody else's feelings,
No, that's all right.
But I cannot be hypocritical saying that I don't remember that song. Can you?
Ooty Pattanam.
Can you? Ooty Pattanam, I know. Ooty Pattanam. Okay, what is the melody like? Ooty Pattanam. That's it. Okay. Anyway, you have sung it.
That is not the same.
When Saraswati cannot sing, what Balasubramaniam can sing?
My goodness.
My favorite numbers in my singing career in Malayalam was my first song. Because there was a content in the song
behind
and it was a wonderful number, musically very good.
You won so many awards, SPG. That like you won about 10 awards from the Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka government, from the Tamil Nadu government. You won so many national awards, the latest being for Minsara Kanava.
6 national awards we had. Both myself and
Is there any particular award that you would like to get now? Any like, I would like to get this award. Is there anything like that?
You see, all these awards came without an expectation. There was a time when you sing a wonderful number, like I recorded a number, I used to think, this year I'll get national award. I never got national award for that song. Some of the times I just, let me not think, let me keep quiet. Then the award came to me. Because awards are only to keep you in publicity for quite some time. The real award is in the hearts of the audiences. Number-wise, there are so many. I think I have recorded so many number of songs, more than anybody. But I am not proud of it.
11 languages you have recorded.
11 languages I have sung. Almost about 40,000 songs I recorded. It's not a big deal. I am not taking credit for all those things, you know. People have been still kind enough to listen to me after 35, 36 years. And
still clamor for more.
What else you can ask for, This is not my achievement. It is blessings of my parents, and God has destined me to become a singer. And all the good wishes of these umpteen trillions of audiences who love to listen to me and see me.
SPG, why don't you give a message for our viewers of Kairali?
So there was a very popular director in Telugu, and somebody asked him in an interview like this, what is the message you can give to audiences? He said, messages are given by postmen, not by me. What message I can give to audiences, This is, unfortunately, they are bored with messages from politicians, from
not
everybody.
But not from
it is not messages. I can only request them for one thing. Be good. That is more than enough. You see, there is a Paramodi in Telugu. I don't know what they call for Paramodi. It's a saying, a proverb in Telugu. Swanta labham konta manuku poruguvadiki sayapadavai. That means the benefit what you get, keep aside little of it and try to give to others. This is a usual thing everybody says, but with times this also changed. I say, don't bother about giving some of the benefit you get out of good things. If you don't do anything bad to others, that is more than enough. So, மற்றவங்களுக்கு தீமை செய்யாம இருந்தால் போதும். At least have good intentions in your heart. You see, last year was the worst year in the universe. Everybody went and I think a lot of blood flowed, and it was ashanti, and nobody was happy mentally, and lots of lives were lost. So let us all pray, because prayers all put together will have so much of power. Let us pray for the peace of the world, and God bless this universe with mental peace for everybody. And sarve jana sukhino bhavantu. Try to be good. If you cannot do good to others, don't do any harm to others. At least pray to Lord every day, whoever is your Lord and your God, that He should bless everybody with a lot of mental peace. That is more than enough.
Thank you very much, SPG. Thank you, truly, we enjoyed it.
My pleasure. I owe a lot to Keralites and Kairali and Swaralaya and my elder brother Yesudas and all the listeners of good music in Kerala. I respect you, I love you, I owe you a lot for the love you have given to me. God bless you all.
Thank you again, sir. Thank you very much.